What is happening, fishers? Dean from Untraceable Fishing here once again tonight with Don from Bill Moria Fishing Tackle, and welcome to Tackle Tuesday. So Don, on my right, I see you have an interesting array of rods, the new Okuma Rockaway, and some new Okuma Euphorias that have come onto the market.
Yeah, there's a casting version, which is quite a cool. I think a lot of guys have been waiting for a decent casting rod.
There's been a lot of chat about it.
That's one to tick off.
And they have launched it.
But the Rockaway, we did a sensation casting day about 2 months back, odd.
That's correct.
And they had the Rockaways there and came away really impressed. I think it was more the 12, 13 foot we were playing with there. And they've got a very different action to most rods that Okuma's launched so far. And I think I'm pretty impressed. So let's have a deep dive into the range and see what you get for your money. And
should we pull one over into camera range so the guys can see them?
No, for sure.
Okay. We're going to start with the baby?
Should we start with the baby? Let's start with the baby.
Sorry, guys, while I go off screen here. This is try not to break the shop here.
Yeah, try not to break the shop again. Okay, so that's the Rockaway, Okuma Rockaway. Lovely graphics in it. A blend of 30 and 36 ton carbon for the guy who likes to know his technical stuff.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
Fuji guards, nice guards, nicely built. Well, I quite like simple in its construction.
Yeah.
Like you haven't got any fancy, okay, the tight one, but we haven't got any spigot joints here.
Yeah.
Nice easy taper, nice eye spacing, nothing weird about the eye spacing. What I also quite like is your first guard's fairly low in the rod.
Correct.
My initial impression was really easy casting.
Yeah, very, very simple. It's got a nice Fuji winch.
For the guys that can't see, yeah. Genuine Fuji winch as well, nicely placed bionic finger. Quite a nice high density EVA grip.
Correct.
Ticks the boxes and not super expensive, but like $2,000 and just above that.
Very well priced.
They're not stupidly priced, and they're certainly a good rod in that class. Should we do the whole bend thing if we can?
Yes, I'm going to walk off camera here, guys.
Do we have a wide angle this year? Yeah, the GoPro should be quite wide. But what I liked about these, okay, that'll do it. Okay. Don't run to China. Okay. Spin around because it's spinning right. Yeah. What I quite liked about the fairly soft tip.
Yeah. Nice and forgiving.
And if you're a junior or a youngster or an older person or a lady possibly, and you want an easy casting rod that can give you distance, I would shortlist the Rockaway, particularly in the 12 and 13 foot. What are we running at here? That's a 2 to 4 ounce. I think it's a 3 to 5 on the 13 foot. We'll confirm that now. No. But nice. Little touches as well. AKA Loomis, they've got a nice roughened section here, so if you join your rods apart, it makes it a bit easier. My hands are nice and sweaty after a long Monday.
Nice little blue flash in the wrap on the guards.
The finishing's awesome, but I like the way they're not too heavy.
Yeah,
they've got a nice forgiving casting action, and they certainly seem to have enough beef in the bottom.
The backbone's there, the forgiving tips there, nice all rounder.
If you're an older time and you remember those Butterworth rods, this is kind of almost giving you that Butterworth type
same
action.
Sort of action.
So if you've got like a blue, say easy cast, and if you've got like a bluefish or very fidgety feeder, you've got a tip that kind of helps you a bit there.
You're not going to spook him off too much.
Yeah, it's not going to spook you. You're going to feel everything, but it's just forgiving.
Yeah. Especially the guys that are new to fishing, they don't have the soft hands yet.
And I think a beginner, if you want to get distance and you're looking for more distance, a lot of rods can be too stiff. This is the other end. And without being a pup stick.
Correct.
It's got a nice soft tip, but a great action throughout. And yeah, I certainly enjoy the Rockaway. But let's have a look at the 13.
Yeah,
let's work our way through the range, shall we? So that is the 2 to 4 ounce 12 foot. Lekker rod. I enjoy that. It's certainly.
Sorry, guys, I've got to play some Tetris here.
Yeah, we can.
We'll try not to break. I'm going to come through the other way now.
Okay, very good. Let's bend the other way. You can pull the tip this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so just before we get too excited on the. Okay, so 4 to 6 ounce on a 14 foot. Okay. Was it a 13 foot that I grabbed?
That was.
It wasn't a 12, it was a 13.
It was a 13.
I don't think they do a 12. Sorry, forgive me, it's Monday. Okay, so 13 foot 4 to 6. Nice little graphics in them as well, hey? They've got an extra wrap on the bottom here, you see, for protection against knocks.
Strengthen it up a bit.
Your sinker off nets against the bottom section here, so quite nicely done. Should we get a feel for that? Still fairly light in the 4 to 6 ounce. Okay, I'm moving out of scene now. You got to talk about this one.
Okay, let's have a look here, guys. We're going to give it a nice pull. Nice soft tip again. Not as soft as the 13 foot. A little bit more stiffness, but a nice parabolic bend going right through it.
Yeah, but for a 4 to 6 ounce,
it's quite good. It's got a beautiful action on it.
And again, very reasonably priced. Fuji components throughout, like a modern EVA.
And also quite light, eh?
Pretty light, eh?
Pretty
Yeah,
light. For running its class, decent weight.
Yeah. So if you're in that sub £3,000 mark, the Rockaway is certainly looking like one you should shortlist.
100%.
Should we just jump up to the bigger boys though?
Yes,
they go up to a
swap
6
them
to
around
8 ounce there. So, but there was a longer 4 to 6 ounce, which will have a similar action.
Okay, so where we are
Let's
there.
go all the way to the big boy, shall we?
We go straight to the big boy.
Straight to the big boy. Go
Straight to
big
the-
or go home.
The hammer,
eh?
yeah. So that is the 15-foot. Whoa, I've got the wrong one. Yeah, sorry. The 15-foot 6 to 8. That's the one we need.
Yeah.
Sorry, Don. Tetris, yeah.
Okay, we're good. I got it. Okay, so weight's going up a fair bit, yeah?
Yeah. But you are looking at a 15-foot 6 to 8, so
I'd say that for a 6 to 8, it's still got a fair bit of whip.
whooping it, yeah.
Definitely not as light though. I'll be brutally honest, I'm not a massive fan of 6 to 8 ounce rods. I think most of them, unless you're spending really big money, like
Top end.
double this money,
Yeah.
you're not getting a light rod that's easy to use.
Correct.
But if you're wanting to throw shark-sized baits or big muscle cracker baits, large edible baits,
Live baits.
large live baits and that, then you need a 6 to 8 ounce rod.
Correct.
And all of them are fairly dull at this price point.
Yeah.
But you've got Fuji guides, yeah, Fuji winch, pretty strong blank. Let's give it a pull and see what
the
we think.
components are alone on the rod are with what you're paying for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, we're going to run out of a bit of space here, guys. I'm going to get my hand to the end.
Again, it's got a fairly good action for a 6 to 8 ounce rod.
Not bad at all.
So I think that'll be an easy caster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very reminiscent of the Precision 6 to 8. A little bit of a softer tip, but
I'd say
a little bit softer, yeah.
The 30 and 36 ton carbon, I can imagine one part of it is 30 ton, possibly the butt section,
Yeah.
to give it a little more. Or the 30 ton might be the tip.
The tip to give it that softer
The
action.
softer action, yeah. So it makes a lot of sense. And I think the Rockaway range, the entire range of them are in stock at the moment, and I think they're going to be a hit.
No, without a doubt.
And they've got a little tech there like your stable joint, and you see Okuma logos subtly hidden all over the place as well.
It's quite nice and subtle. It's not bright and in your face, which I like.
It's fairly light for a 6 to 8
That's not bad. Not bad at all. I felt worse.
It's not a pole by any means.
I felt a lot worse.
And fantastic components throughout. It's going to be a good rod.
Something to definitely mark out and look at, guys. If £3,000 your budget or sub £3,000 your budget,
Yeah.
I think the Rockaway is definitely something you should look at.
Yeah,
And it's new on the market. It's not. It's a fairly new model.
But I'd say from if you are struggling to cast, if you're struggling to get distance, or you're struggling with your timing and your casting, I think a Rockaway is certainly one I'd very much shortlist. Any crits on the range?
I've got nothing. I haven't fished with one. I know all I've got is positive feedback. What we've heard, like at our casting day, one of the ladies said it's pretty much changed. Will change your fishing because it's made. Now she can cast, which I think is a good thing.
Well, we had a couple of ladies. There was Lizzie, who's she fishes like for the national team in that, so quite experienced.
Yes, yeah.
And she liked the rod.
Yeah.
And then we had one of our Indian gentlemen who's a really good caster.
And he's fishing the top end rods.
And he was pushing the higher end rods, but he actually liked this.
Yeah.
So when he went for his casting accuracy, he switched
this,
actually to Rockaway.
Yeah, I think there's nothing more frustrating. A lot of guys fish, but some guys battle the cast. It's just you know what I mean.
One thing I would say for the rod, I've got that straight overhead punch type action under the old school casting. It suits that or the whip around which the modern youngsters tend to do nowadays
under,
as well. So versatile rod, easy casting. For a lot of us, that ticks the boxes.
Yeah.
Eh? For sure.
Okay, so without further ado, should we move on to the
casting,
the Euphoria?
The Euphoria.
Okay.
Okay, for those of you who've been hidden in the sand, the Okuma Euphoria range has been out for about a year odd now.
Yeah, correct. So
About
I'm just
a
going to
year
come around
odd
this
now.
side, guys. Are we losing rods yet?
We're just moving rods. I didn't say losing them. Okay, that shouldn't go any further than that. Okay, I got it. Okay, so the Okuma Euphoria range has been out for about a year now and been very well received. Their spinning range, one of our popular rods.
Correct.
Certainly the guys have taken to them well. Lovely grey, understated graphics, carbon type look.
Yeah. Definitely one of the better looking rods available. I like it.
One of the better looking rods available by quite a margin. We're talking 36 ton carbon.
Yeah.
A blank very similar to the Okuma Precision. What they've done though is they've lightened up your
butt section.
Your butt section a fair bit. So the balance on the rod is a good deal better.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking Fuji K-series
guards. I don't know, it's Fazlight guards.
As you'll see, the guards are smaller, indicating, a casting type rod. So that's ideally made up for that. So what I quite like as well, they've got the number of eyes. They haven't compromised on it in any way. Nothing worse than a rod that's missing the 1 or 2 eyes.
Yeah, the guys try to skimp on a bit of
It kills it totally.
pricing on building the rod.
And like the Rockaway, we're now talking about a spigot joint. The nice idea with spigot joint is over time, your blank will slowly, they don't join all the way to there like some guys last week, but they over time, you've got a bit of room, and over 5 or 10 or 15 years, even if the rod wears a little bit looser, it'll still
push into place. And
little things like little lineup guides, I love that as well. What have we got here? We've got a 14-foot
6-8. I mean 46
ounce.
My apologies.
3-section. And nice firm EVA. Fuji winch again.
Yeah,
nice little Okuma graphics in the bottom there. Shall we give it a bit of a
let's give it a bit of a pull.
We like bending rods nowadays, don't we?
Oh, it's a casting rod. We have to go.
Yeah, it's a casting rod.
Confuse me here.
It's got a fair bit of flex. I think they'll cast fairly well.
Not too much of a flat spot anywhere.
Yeah. They'll cast fairly well. Perhaps a hint more flex into the butt than I'd really enjoy. But that tends to make a better casting rod in general. I know we've all got our own favorite. I grew up on 1-piece rods, so adapting to 3-piece casting rods has taken me a while.
100%.
But I could certainly fish for that. I think the guys have been crying for replacing their casting rods and looking at converting spinning rods to casting, etc. This might be a good solution for them.
Yeah, because it's quite a bit of a cost. If you're going to put new guards on, you might as well look into the new rod.
Absolutely. And I think not ridiculously priced, like 3.5 or somewhere around there. They're a good rod for the price, considering the quality of carbon, etc. you're getting. I could shortlist that. And shall we look at their big boy? They've got a 6 to 8 ounce as well.
Sliding into camera view now.
Okay, so that's the other model is a 14-foot 6 to 8 ounce. So as far as I know, just the 2 models, I think.
That I know,
if I'm not mistaken, just the 2 models. I'm just going to give it a swing. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a good deal of beef.
A lot of beef there. Yeah.
As I was mentioning, there is a little more flex into the butt than what I'm used to,
especially on a casting rod.
Whether that's a negative or not, I think is to some degree a personal choice.
Yet to be seen.
Yet to be seen. But I quite like what I do enjoy as well is the grip length is nice and long.
Yeah.
That's certainly. I mean, I'm a tall oak.
Yeah.
And that's outside of my stretch, so I'd be about there normally.
There's nothing worse when you have to sort of hold the blank to
cast. I hate a casting rod where it's too short.
Yeah.
That's one of my things. The Fuji, very nice. Fuji winch. Weight's pretty light for a 6 to 8 ounce.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
And what's your opinion on the Euphoria spinning so far? Have you
I own a Euphoria spinning 14-foot 4 to 6 ounce. Beautiful rod. Beautiful rod. I find it handles 6 ounce better than any of the other sinkers. So on the top end of the scale on that.
Okay, so you want to push it a bit.
You want to push that rod a bit. 5 ounce, I don't like it with the average size bait. 6 ounce, beautiful rod. Casts beautifully.
Yeah, so if we're in for a casting rod, these will be the new kids on the block.
Correct.
Very good. But I actually dug out a bit of an antique there.
We've got
some clearance rods which should be becoming available fairly soon. And at ridiculous prices. Yeah. If I say the exact price now, I might get into trouble. But they're going to be ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
And this is a Loomis and Franklin. Again, 36-ton carbon.
Yeah.
This is the 3 to 6 ounce.
That's correct. It's quite a nice range.
It is. Very different to what we looked at there. Good deal thicker on the carbon at the bottom. I wouldn't say the grip's any thicker though.
No.
By any means.
Pretty much the same. It's got a nice slimline grip on it.
The butt's strong.
Yeah, it's got a lot more stiffened up in the butt.
So if I'm a muscle cracker type fisherman,
this is what you want.
I quite like that. What I do enjoy as well, still Fuji winch, but with the trigger grip.
Correct. It makes a hell of a difference.
If you're casting large baits, I really enjoy that. It stops any swivel on the rod.
Especially when your hands are wet and slimy and...
Yeah, but also just as you try and overload a heavy rod, it
stops that spin.
And it just saves your wrists a lot more. I certainly enjoy that. So we've also got Fuji guides throughout. And nice.
I think something not to be forgotten about and something to be looked at as well.
And what I quite like as well, large guides throughout.
Yeah. You can
put a decent leader on through it, no problem. Loomis and Franklin make some stunning rods. I've got a couple I've fished myself.
Yeah.
And clearance special, we got a third of the new ones.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a very good price. I've owned one of these rods. They're brilliant. I've fished with one in my days. Brilliant.
So watch the spot. We'll be on our Facebook page and our website. You'll see some clearance rods coming out soon, hopefully in the next week or 10 days or so.
100%.
And there's various models. They're 1 pieces. These are 3 pieces. This is the HMG. There's also like 24-ton ones and quite an array of them from like 12 foot up to the 14-foot 6. They tended not to do 15s in the old days though.
And I see you've still got some of these in stock, currently in stock.
Yeah, we've got a few in stock. So certainly a nice heritage from where the guys have come and gone to. Few points to note, nowadays the first guy tends to be a bit larger than they used to be in the old days.
Correct.
Whether that makes a difference in practicality or not with a multiplier, I highly doubt it. And another interesting thing about design is, to give you an idea how much more flexy these are in the butt, it's like a note with the first R starts.
I see that. It's a good 20, 25 centimeters above.
Yeah. So rod's design does change over time.
Correct.
Sometimes we're stuck in the mud and we say, nah, but there is a reason behind change.
There is development.
And until I'd actually like to have a cast with one of these one day. I think
I'm also quite keen. I think we must chat to the guys up at Sensational Angling Supplies.
Because I'm enjoying multipliers again. I'm trying to get back into them to some degree. I think sliding mullets is my thing this summer. So that's why I'm looking at multiplier rods again. So yeah, well done Okuma on the Rockaway.
Yeah, brilliant range to look at, guys.
The 13-foot and 14-foot there would probably be my personal sweet spot for a junior, lady, elderly, first-timer.
Yeah.
Fantastic rods. The guys who do enjoy the latest bling in that, the Euphoria castings, are certainly a good buy.
I think a big thank you to the guys at Okuma for listening to the South African market and bringing one out.
Yeah, they've listened to the public, and there are a number of anglers out there that have fantastic casting reels. And they want a rod that can still do it.
Yeah,
and
quite correct.
You're often going from an old one-piece, like a Perglass or something like that. Now you've got a 3-piece, so it's portable. The negatives, do get a lot less than they used to be. So, yeah, I think that's a wrap from me. And yourself, any final thoughts?
No, I think, Don, you pretty much covered it. So I say thank you to Don for all his knowledge and running us through this beautiful new. So, guys, check out the new Okuma Rockaway range.
Yeah.
The Euphoria, the casting versions of the Euphoria, and, of course, the legendary Loomis and Franklin. All the stock is currently available at Bull Moria Fishing, guys. Check out their website. They're running some crazy Black November deals currently.
Yeah, Black November is busy, guys.
It's busy.
There's some amazing stuff out there.
Yeah, so check it out. Don't be that guy to lose out and next month kick yourself because you didn't get a rod this month at a fantastic price. So anyway, from this week's, from Dean from Untraceable Fishing and Don from Bull Moria Fishing Tackle, thanks for joining us for Tackle Tuesday.
Cheers.